Can you guys hear this? Caminando por mi barrio, gozando en la primavera, mi chiquito en la cadera, todos contentos. En el aire esa musiquita, en mi mano tengo pesetas, mami te compra una barquilla, cómetela antes que se derrita. Ay, qué linda la vida sencilla. Ay, qué linda la vida sencilla.
Why do you love Bushwick?
I grew up here. This is my hood. I love the Bushwick. I love the diversity of Bushwick. That it's still a place where you can just live a normal life without having to show off.
I love the resilience of the residents. You know.
I love Bushwick because I found a place that it was a park, has schools around, and the apartment was the best apartment I ever found for all my 3 kids.
I love Bushwick because it feels like home. It's what I've known. It's, for better or for worse, it's really who I am. Sometimes it feels like I'm stuck in your friend zone. Watching all the new lovers love you only skin deep, so I go face to face with your pavement and ask you, how many years have I known your streets? How many times have I caressed your corners, kissed your sunrises, and called your cracked surfaces beautiful? These newcomers who traveled here to have love affairs with your grit may throw money at the same buildings that I've made love to with my eyes.
One of the things that stood out to me when they asked me, like, what was it like growing up in Bushwick, the old Bushwick, I think about community. I think about community because everyone knew who I was. Like, I'll be 8, 9, 10 years old, and people were like, hey, tell your mother that Barbara said hi. And I don't know this adult, but they knew who I was and they knew who my parents was.
I appreciate that so much, that everyone on the block knows my kid, and that, I know the other kids, and if somebody's up to to trouble or not, I'm like, yo te veo, so there is that sense of community, and I love being part of that, and I want it to continue. So because it is what makes me feel like this is my home. Like, I love it here and I never want to leave, and that's like one of my biggest fears, is having to leave.
I'm part of this neighborhood. I grew up here. I saw a lot of my friends displaced, and I'm not going to just stand around and let it happen anymore,
I think that's really special about Bushwick because, like, the people here, the culture here, like, we create that culture, right? New Yorkers create that culture. People who have grown up here create that beautiful art and culture that makes New York, New York. Why people want to come here is because of us, but we're the ones who are being pushed out now. People always say, I love New York, but no one says I love New Yorkers, right?
Unfortunately, due to forces that quietly and strategically work around communities like Bushwick, those community centers and several other programs diminished. Bushwick at one point turned into a situation where there was like a high concentration of poverty, high rates of unemployment, especially for young Black and Latino males. Historically, schools in my community have been under-investment, and this was a recipe for negative outcomes for a lot of young people, including myself. When I was 17 years old, I was incarcerated for being an accomplice to a robbery, and I was sent to Rikers Island.
Like I said, I love the gentrification. It's made changes. But the only thing that I hate is the people getting displaced for giving a space to the gentrification. And I asked them, do you know the story about that apartment? Do you know how much rent the other person was paying? Do you know that you're paying too much rent? But no, they don't want to hear that. Because what they say to me is, I'm just passing by. It hurts, because a lot of family got displaced. It hurts because my neighborhood is not the way it was before. It hurts.
Because that's what it is. Gentrification kills culture. It kills creativity, you know, and it steals art. It makes art a weapon for mass displacement.
We see things that's going on in our community, but we need to get involved. We need to get involved. It's easy to complain, but the people who are directly impacted by the issues are the people that's really going to make the change.
Be part of the community. Learn about the community. And be with us. Fight with us.
Bushwick was beautiful. Broken was beautiful. And our ashes remind us of what is still beautiful.
El peligro se presentó y yo sin darme cuenta le abrí la puerta y el miedo me tiró por una pesadilla que podía ser yo. Pues despierta y sácalo, sácalo, nadie lo invitó, sácalo, 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 nadie lo invitó, sácalo, 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 nadie lo invitó, sácalo, sácalo.